Welcome back to another exciting Suno tutorial. If you're liking these, please like and subscribe so I can keep making them for you. I wanted to try something new. I wanted to go into a detail that I hadn't gone into previously. If you haven't seen the other videos, I've already gone through things like different types of prompts and musical styles. So today we're going to combine those with something brand new, and that is trying to get a specific voice. So if you've been trying to get a particular sound, an ethnicity, male and female voices, we're going to try several different options to see what Suno can do. These aren't details they talk about anywhere within the about or how to functions within Suno, so we're just going to try these out ourselves and see what it comes up with. So I've decided to write a ballad. I want to do a male and female ballad, and we're going to start with generic voices, see what it does. What I found at this point is the generic is very much kind of a white sounding voice. And what I would like to do, expand that into a Latino sound, see if it'll do that, and to get a more soulful black sort of sound, and see if it'll get outside of this odd little generic box that I've seen Suno be in. So let's try this first one. So I wanted to do something to see if I would get specific voices. So rather than just male or female, I went on this one with Dan and Mary, just making up some names to see what it would come up with. And let's see what this first song did. This is supposed to be a guitar ballad, a duet, slow, gradual crescendo, and let's see what it did with it. Well, first off, that is not a guitar, it's a piano. And now, female voice, that is supposed to be a male voice. Dan should be a male voice, but it didn't do that. So there it went into a male voice, where I had it listed as Mary, supposed to be female voice. So we see already that it's not doing that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to try a couple different versions of this. We're going to try brackets and then parentheses to see if those make any kind of difference with how it recognizes or doesn't recognize names. Let's see if this goes on any further and what it does with what's supposed to be the duet. Okay, not a duet. That is just the female voice. But if I have you soon, it's not soon enough. So there it goes back to the male voice. So first time when it said male voice, or Dan, it did the female, and now it's switched it up. All right, so we know right now we're not hitting any kind of accuracy. Let's see what the second generation did on this. Okay, again, it's starting with our female rather than our male voice. So we're not getting any kind of accuracy with that. I do like the musical style. The musical style is interesting. But it is not doing the voices, and that's what we care about right now, is whether or not it's doing the voices like we want it to. Again, not a duet. So it's not getting us that. But if I have you soon, it's not soon enough. Okay. So let's try the next one and see. I adjusted some of these with each one of these prompts. Now this time I just did male and female in the brackets. Rather than doing a specific name, I thought, okay, it doesn't like the specific names. So because it's doing that, let's try this with male and female voice and see if that prompt helps. Again, this is supposed to be guitar ballad. It keeps doing piano. So that's not, this guitar ballad is what it's not working well. Like the morning needs the sun. I need your, like the clouds need to rain. Okay, so that time it did get the male and female correct. I'm also trying something else with this. If you notice in the words, I am trying different ways of expanding the vowel sounds. This did not work well. This thing, it's saying, I need your, it's kind of putting an R on it, which I don't like. It does seem to work well with this version here where it says the I ... need ... you. That does seem to be separating pretty well. So that time it did get the male and female voices right. Let's see what it did with the duet part.
Distance won't keep us from falling
That sounds like a
in love.
duet.
But if I have you soon, it's not soon enough.
Okay, this version seemed to get it right. It separated the male and the female, and it did give us a duet. I love that.
Again.
And there's our gradual crescendo coming in. This is nice.
I need you to feed my soul and make me whole.
But now it's switched up the male and female part. That's supposed to be female.
I need
Okay, so let's switch the two.
you
It just kind of does what it
to
wants to
tell
do.
me I am yours and you are mine.
See what it does with this.
Distance won't keep us from falling in love. But if I
Doing a
have you
decent job with
soon,
this
it's
on the
not
duet, which is
soon
great. Let's see what it does
enough.
with the chorus.
There's not enough time. If time stood still to live out our lives and share every moment, there's not enough love. If love was eternal, to share how I feel about you, to share every moment with you.
Okay, so far, this one is the closest as far as getting the male and female separation. It's still not getting it precise, and the duet is not bad. So let's jump down to what we're trying with some more ethnic sounds. I want to get out of this style, and I want to get into a more soulful style. I'd like to see if you can recognize a more black voice or a we use our prompt, a soulful and more of a blues feel, and let's see what that does. So for this one, I went with specific names, Luther and Whitney on this one, and let's see what it does in bringing those voices in.
I need you like the morning needs the sun. I need
Okay, but it's just staying with the male voice.
like the clouds need to rain. Distance won't keep us from falling in love.
Okay, so it's ignoring the duet part.
But if I have you soon, it's not soon enough.
Okay, I like the sound of the voice. I like the sound of the song. I like the soulful, bluesy kind of feel. That works really nice. But what we're trying to focus on here is the male and female voice, and that it's not doing. So let's try the second generation that I did and see what that one does.
Like the morning needs the sun.
Okay, there it swapped it out for a female.
I need you like the morning needs the sun. I need
Okay,
you.
so it's definitely not doing what we want to do with the voices. Again, some of these are really interesting sounding songs, and I do like that part of it. But it's not doing what we needed to with the voices. So let's try the next one and reuse this prompt and go back in. Now this time we just did male and female rather than going with specific names for voices. And let's see what this did. Oh, interesting. So it sounds like it's going through a guitar pedal.
You like the morning needs the sun. I need you like the clouds.
And it repeated that first one. So it repeated I need you like the morning needs the sun. It did that twice.
Distance won't keep us from falling in love, but if I have you soon, it's
Okay,
not
again, it's an
soon.
interesting sounding song, but it's the specifics that we're trying to get into right now. The male and female, the specific voices, and it's looking to me like the specific names on voices is not doing anything. Male and female sometimes separates those like it's supposed to, and sometimes it ignores the duet entirely. So it's very hit and miss. Let's try version 2. Here, let's reuse prompt on this and see what we get. So this one, I tried with some different voice. I tried, again, on specifics, went with Marvin and Aretha to see would it give us something more distinct. And Here we go. I love the very bluesy, soulful feel of the music.
I need
Okay.
you like the morning needs the sun. I need you like the clouds
Okay.
need to rain.
I don't know that these are necessarily specific voices, but it's a little different from the other
Distance
ones.
won't keep us from falling in
And it
love.
does sound like it's trying to do a
But
duet.
if I have you soon, it's not soon enough. I
And again,
need
it's swapping out what's supposed to be the male voice
to
for the
feed
female
my
voice.
soul and
So
make
it's
me
not really going by our direction, it's just going by what it wants to do.
I need you to tell me I am yours and you are mine. Distance won't keep
Okay,
us
so it's
from
doing,
falling
I'm
in.
going to say maybe 70-80% of the time it's doing the duet as it's supposed to. It's not really giving us anything specific on the names, which is unfortunate. So let's try this with doing a Hispanic sound. We're going to try a Latin guitar and see what this gets us. And this gets a little odd. I had to work this a few times to get this right. We got a guitar, not terribly Latin sounding. Okay, this is wildly not Latin sounding, not even close. So, not a terrible sounding song, but not the specifics what we needed. Now, I tried putting into the style of music Latino, and it wouldn't generate it. It said that it's a name of a band or something along those lines and would not generate it. So, we had to find a workaround for that. So, what we ended up doing is reuse prompt, tried samba. Like, okay, let's try samba with the guitar and see what that does. And here's what it did.
I need you like the morning needs the
That is
sun.
not samba. So we tried a couple different versions of this, trying to get a specific Latino sound, both in the music itself and with the singer's voice. So then we tried doing this and changed it to Latin pop with guitar, duet, pulled the other stuff out to see what it would do. And I switched this up. So I went from doing the brackets to this version here of doing male and female. Again, specific names are not helping, so I'm sticking with male and female and seeing if it'll do the duet that way. But swapped it out, parentheses instead of the brackets that I had been using to see if it made much of a difference. And here we go.
I need you like the morning needs the sun.
Okay, much more Latin sounding.
Need you like the clouds need to rain. Distance won't keep us from falling in love.
So,
but if I have you soon,
seems to be helping
it's
to
not
have
soon enough.
male and female within the parentheses.
You
I have had problems in the past where it would say those words rather than use them as a descriptive.
I need you to tell me I am yours and you are mine.
Okay, I like this. This is a pretty nice Latin beat. So the Latin pop seems to work fairly well.
Distance won't keep us from falling in love.
Okay,
But if
so
I
let's try
have
the
you
same prompt
soon,
with this
it's
again.
not
Let's
soon.
try the second one that it generated for us. This is more of what I was going for with the
I
smooth Latin
need
guitar.
you like the morning needs the sun. I need
I feel
you
like the voices are
like
still
the
somewhat
clouds
generic
need to
though.
rain. Distance won't keep
I wouldn't mind
us
if this went a
from
little heavier
falling in love.
into
But
this
if
feel,
I
into this
have
sound,
you
but I think this is what we're going to get. It's
it's
just, it
not
doesn't go
soon
terribly
enough.
distinct even within the different styles.
I soul and make me whole again. I need you to tell me I am yours and you are mine. Distance won't keep us from falling in love.
Let's see what it does
But
for
if
us.
I have you soon, it's not soon enough. There's not enough time. If time stood still to live out our lives and share every moment, there's not enough love. If love was eternal, to share how I feel about you, to share every moment with you.
Okay, so this is an interesting experiment to try and see what this would do with specific names, with male and female, and with different styles of music, trying to get something much more ethnic and feeling and not just a generic sound. It struggles a bit with this. It gives us a little bit of that, but I feel like it needs a little more experimentation. So I'd love to hear from you on what you try, and if you find any specific names that do give you very unique voices, I'd love to start being able to make a list of that if any of them do work. But this is a good way to start. So if you need more information on how to do the prompts and how to do some of the basics in song building, those are on my other videos, so take a look at those. That'll help out a lot. Meanwhile, get out and experiment with these. I'd love to hear what you get from this. And let's come back when you have some more specific and interesting ideas on what to try in Suno in generating a song. So good luck out there, have fun, and let's make some music.